Hey guys, what is up? SP Lines Model Router here, back with another video. And yes, I'm back. It was kind of hard getting my old account back, but I got it. And as you can see, I've got the South Bay Historical Railroad Society bowling shirt on. It must be a special locomotive I'm previewing. So the locomotive I'm previewing today, it's one that's been high on my wish list to get, but it was always just out of reach. I actually got it today. I wanted to say thank you to the person I bought it off Facebook for a good price. Thank you. And the locomotive we're going to be previewing today, it's over here on my display track. Because it's semi-permanently coupled to the digital DCC, but the locomotive we are going to be previewing today is this, the Key Imports South Pacific AC-3 type. And yes, this is brass and it's older, it's 1990s, but it is one of the highest locomotives I've been after since, as you know in my description, I model pre-1946. And the fact this was on Facebook for a good price, I want to say thank you to the buyer who sold it to me. Sorry, the seller who sold it to me. But man, I am just happy I got this locomotive. I can finally cross one of my highest coveted models off my bucket list now. Anyways, I'm going to pause the video, take it out of the cardboard sleeve I got it in, because like I said, it's semi-permanently coupled with having the digital DCC. And let's get on the display track, and yeah, we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm just going to put my phone right there and just try to pull the model out right here where I'm at, so that way I can talk about it a little bit. So the AC-3, there were 20 in the class. They were rebuilt from the MC6 type. They were rebuilt into the cab 4 design, but here's a funny thing. They were the first cab 4 types to feature the streamlined front end. And I know a lot of SP modelers who model think the AC6 was. No, that was not true. The first one for that was the AC3, built off the 2882 wheel arrangement type. And as you all know about cab Fords, the early designs were not that good. Of course, because the 2662 and the 2882 wheel arrangements, being that the cab was in the front, was so heavy it would cause the locomotive to derail over switches with the two-wheel front truck. And that's why they decided to go to the 4882 arrangement, which proved to be the turning point for the cab Fords and made them into the big machines they are and the best haulers for over Donner Pass and other stuff. So yeah, I'm going to flip my camera on here in a second, make sure the camera's open, yes. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to read, before I show the locomotive, I'm going to read the information off I have that I took off of the SP Model website. Like I said, there was 20 locomotives in the class. It was the third and last cab 4 design based off the 2882 wheel arrangement. All 20 locomotives were rebuilt of the MC6 class, built by Baldwin Locomotive Works in 1912 through 1913. The rebuilds were all done at the Sacramento shops in the 1920s, and these were, of course, standard gauge locomotives. Driver diameter was 57 inches. Adhesive weight was 440 and 800 pounds, and the locomotive weight was 4,181 200 pounds. Boiler pressure was 481 200 pounds of pressure per square inch. Locomotive weight was, boiler pressure was 210 pounds per square inch. It had a Worthington feed water heater. Well, I think it was a 4 1/4. The cylinder size was 22 inches by 30 inches, and the tractive effort was 90,940 pounds per force. The locomotive numbers, 20 in total, were number 4029 through 4048. All were retired and scrapped between October 31st, 1946. October 21st, 1946, and August 8th, 1949. A special note shows that the locomotive number I'm going to show you is one of the first ones to be scrapped. One of the first two, 4040 and 4045, were the first two to be scrapped in 1946. And my number is the 4045. After being rebuilt from the MC class, the AC-3 classes were used for long freight runs and for troop trains / passenger trains during World War II. And like I said, a quick knowledge tidbit is that the AC-3s were the first type cab forward to have streamlining before the AC-6 did in the 1930s. And that's what a lot of people are confused about SP modeling, is that they think the AC-6 was first. No, the AC-3 was. Anyways, I'm just going to move my camera around here, and then we're going to get a look at this. It's a beautiful model. I never thought I owned a Key Imports AC-3, and with DCC and no sound of all on top of that with digital decoders. All right, let me flip the camera around, and let's keep going. Hey, guys, we're back. Anyways, yeah, just look at her, man. 40-45. 2882 reel arrangement. South Pacific line, so definitely it's wartime paint. I just love these opening hatches. Like, this thing is nice. So this brass engine I got, it's a Key Imports built in 1995. Digital command system without sound. I just love this thing, man. Like, I never thought in my life I would ever own one of these models. It's always been outside of my price range. And luckily, after working at the SAP Center, go Sharks, baby, go Sharks, by the way. Working at the SAP Center for the last 2 months and getting over $1,000 in my last paycheck, I was able to afford this off Facebook. And I'm glad I did, because this thing is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. Key Imports was always a good brass manufacturer. I always think that, and I still do. If anyone knows more about the AC-3, then the more I can get off the internet, then please let me know. But just look at this. Like I said, streamlined front, the 2.882 arrangement, wheel back tender, definitely in its wartime appearance, or pre-war. I do want to point out that the guy I bought this from is selling this for Roy Berg, okay? Roy Berg, one of the big SP modelers in today's age. I think he's been featured in a lot of magazines about the South Pacific. I don't remember, but I've seen, if you as part of the South Pacific the South Pacific Facebook groups, check them out. Just an absolute beautiful model. I can't believe this. But yeah, no, like, I'm gonna be running this either at the West Bay Model Road Society or Santa Clara or the South Bay Historical Road Society later tonight. I'll be running this with a 1937 boxcar consist, so stay tuned for that. I might replace the decoder from the digital command system into a Tsunami 2 or a TCS WOW. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below what decoder you think I should go with. Either TCS WOW or Tsunami 2, whatever has the proper whistle for this thing. I believe that is an SP6 chime. I believe so. The one thing I like about the early Cat Fords is this piping down to the pistons. Like, only the early Cat Fords had that, and that is something I wish that they still had past AC4 and 5, or past AC3. But it is what it is. Now, the guy I bought this from, who's selling this stuff for Roy Berg. He said that some of Roy's engines had smoke in them, and he wasn't sure if this guy had smoke in it. Anyways, Roy, thank you for letting me purchase your engine. You have crossed a big locomotive off my bucket list. I appreciate it. And yes, if you watch the video, you will see me post a video to you tonight on the running session. I am so glad I got this locomotive. I'm so glad. Anyways, we're gonna be stopping the video here for now, and I'll be getting a proper video of it running at the South Bay Historical Road Society later tonight, or the West Bay Model Road Association tonight, one of the two. So stay tuned for that, and we're gonna go from there. Anyways, this is the showing of it and a little bit of information. I'm SP Lines Model Roader. Take care and happy roading.